sussing how you luck. Going hard in the paint. And that's how you assert dominance.
I really think that this deck is going to be incredibly solid as soon as Knight gets a buff. Yeah, so for Logbait, we have Goblin Barrel, we have Princess, and then we also have Goblin Gang. We have Poison for Graveyards and Spear Goblin Hut if that's still going to be around. Ice Spirit did get a nerf, but it's not going to be too substantial. I think that Logbait is going to be really prominent because Skeleton Barrel is coming back into the meta, and Goblin Barrel didn't really get a nerf. Spear Goblins, Spear Goblins got a slight nerf, but it wasn't too significant. So I feel like having Log in this deck, having a quick cycle is really strong. The best thing about this deck is if you stack a lot of Zappies and if you stack a lot of Princesses, they're going to have to poison it. They're going to have to log Goblin Barrels the entire time, so they're not going to have log for the Princess. And if they poison Princesses that are stacked up, then they can't poison Zappies that are stacked up. Why did I read that? You almost made me snort out water, man. That would have been disgusting. You sadistic, sir. I'm going to go for a Knight in the back, and this guy, alright, I don't even know what this is. What is his clan name? I always try to make some sense of their clan name, but this one I just have no idea. I'm going to go for a Goblin Barrel, and I can safely assume it's probably going to be Graveyard or something along those lines. Yeah, he's going to have Log, alright. Might be Minor Poison with Spear Goblin Hut, maybe Pekka. Old school. No, it's going to be the Minor Poison Dark Prince variation. So he's going to probably Minor this. Or Dark Prince. Yeah, there's a Dark Prince I was expecting. So he's going to Minor it now. I'm going to go drop Ice Spirit. No, my Ice Spirit didn't catch it. Feels bad, man. I guess I got to go in for Zappies. Zappies might die to the Dark Prince. Please, let one of them get hit. Yes. So the sacrifice for the greater good, guys. That one Zappy, he took the full force of that Dark Prince. He was a true sir. So since he went in for a Log, I feel like I can go in for my own Goblin Barrel. And then he's probably going to go drop Goblin Gang or something, right? So here we go. I'm going to go opposite lane. Because he went in for a Log, I don't want to go into his Spear Goblins. We hit the majority of his Goblin Gang, and that is a lot of damage. It was well worth it going opposite lane, not going into the Spear Goblins and the Goblin Hut, because that would have delayed my push significantly. My Stab Goblins would have went towards the Goblin Hut and not towards the tower. So it was an imperative decision that I had to make, and despite him actually having less tower HP here, it was very important to go on that side. So he's going to spam me because this is what Dark Prince players do. And we're going to have to go in for Knight. I want him to go in for a Minor. I was going to surround. The Illuminati triangle with the Zappies is really funny. I love doing it. So I guess he didn't learn his lesson from last time. He's probably not going to drop Goblin Gang because it went horribly. So whenever they have a really bad decision and they do it again, they're probably not going to drop the exact same units as they did the first time. He knew in his head, if I drop Goblin Gang, Jake is probably going to go in for a pre-log. I can't let that happen again. So he had that buyer's remorse of dropping the Goblin Gang, and he just wasn't about dropping it again. So I didn't even think or consider going in for a pre-log there. Despite him going in for the same play. Just wasn't worth. The big log of justice rolling right through. He goes in for a poison. And this is how you simply finesse every Minor Poison player. He's having to poison everything. We're stacking Princesses, so he has to go in for logs that he doesn't want to. It's all about spell bait with this deck, and when you are able to successfully do it, it feels so good, man. So, especially against these Dark Prince players, Dark Prince still isn't nerfed, and this deck wrecks Dark Prince when you play it correctly with Knight and Ice Spirit. Can't wait for the Knight buff. For Ice Spirit at the river, and then I'm going to go in for Goblin Barrel. Ooh, he's got Mortar. Alright, so we got to go for the gang here, guys. This is going to be a difficult matchup. We have to split we definitely have to split the Goblin Gang, allow the Mortar to lock on, then go drop Zappies. Oh, he's going to have Musketeer, because that is a real card to have with your Mortar deck, sir. You are a savage. Okay. You need to calm down with that. This is so unfortunate. I do not know how we're going to deal with this. Alright, so I'm going to go for Princess and then Ice Spirit, and thankfully he decides to go in for a Minor haphazardly. I'm going to go for the Goblin Gang because I can't eat 500 damage from a Minor. It's just not about it. Ooh, that arrow's almost clipped my Goblin Gang. That would have been tragic. Yo, what's up, man? You're catching my stream on a train? Oh. Safe travels, dude. Safe travels. I'm going to go in for a Goblin Barrel right off to the side and see if we can do anything with that. Okay, so I'm just going to play really defensive here. We're not going to mess around too much. Maybe dropping a knight. Still trying to figure out what this guy's exactly running. It just doesn't make too much sense to me. He's going to have mortar, musketeer, knight, goblin gang. I don't know. Have you guys seen anything like this? Also, I don't want to go in for a poison. Simply because I wanted to go in for a mortar and then get more poison value. Yep. I don't think he would have went in for a mortar, like right on top of a poison, if I had went for a pre-poison on the musketeer, right? It just doesn't make sense if he did that. There's no way. Those type of nonsensical decisions, you can't bait them out of those your opponents unless they don't think that you're going to poison. Alright, so Knight's going to be clobbing his way towards the tower, but he actually didn't get on top, unfortunately. We're going to have to go for Zappies right on top of the miner. And that's going to be a -1 trade for us, but we still have Zappies counter pushing, so I'm always about that. Always about it. The Beast Commander, that's like a very fierce name, dude. I guess he's going to rocket cycle me out or something now, or... Not 100% on that. Ice Spirit was the Ice Spirit of Champions. Poison comes down and rains down the pain. Okay. We can definitely vibe with this. This is okay. Oh, the pre-arrows. He didn't hit the entirety of the Stevens. He left the Stevens behind, guys. I don't know. I feel like that's a bad decision for him. Guy going for the pre-poison. Oh, he's got log. Feels real bad, man. So he's going to have Goblin Gang and log. And I missed the mortar. Because I have the fattest fingers on this planet. Yeah, well, that was very, very obvious that you're going to do that, sir. I think we're going to lose this, but maybe, somehow, some way we'll be able to come back. Somehow we have to catch the miner, right? Okay, we did. This is awesome. Notice how this knight is going to draw his miner. It's also going to draw his knight. I think we might have it. Guys, it might happen. Believe in me here. Oh, I should have poisoned first. I need to catch it again. Oh my god. No, he's going to arrow. Oh, no. No. The memes. The memes. Oh, dude, with this Yale shirt, my brain power should be exceeding everyone that I play against. But we took an L. We took an L, guys. What are these? Arrows, log, mortar. What the hell, dude? Why? Why? He also had miner. I didn't realize how hard of a counter deck it was until I looked at it after. That's too funny, though. That's pretty funny. For the most part right now, a lot of my time that I'm playing is going to be streamed. Or it's going to be in a YouTube video. So, probably around 2-3 hours a day. I'm going to go in for a knight in the back, and Ice Spirit's going to go jump right on top of the tower. So he's going to have Spear Goblin Hut, so it's probably going to be another Minor Poison player. Guys, your body's prepared for another Minor Poison player? We got this in the bag. Let's get it. We're going for a Poison. He's actually going to be dropping a Hunter. Alright, so... Huh. I kind of want to log it if it gets into a situation where I have to. No, we don't even have to. Awesome. So he might zap this. That would be annoying. If he doesn't, then the Dark Prince is just going to be such a meme. It's not even going to be able to touch us. Oh, let's go. I really like seeing a Dark Prince in slow motion. It feels like torture, right? The Dark Prince just isn't able to do anything, man. I'm going to go in for Princess, and... Wow, we're actually at 161 subs. That's a lot, man. There's definitely some new emotes that I should be busting out soon. Thanks for reminding me, man. Alright, so I'm going to go in for Goblin Gang, and we're going to see what this guy wants to do. 91 months. What is his clan name? Like, this doesn't make sense. So he's going to have Minor Poison with Dark Prince, probably. Dark Prince, Minor Poison, Log. That's the most common deck with Minion Horde. He hasn't dropped Minion Horde that yet, though. I guess he doesn't... He should have been dropping Minion Horde earlier. Oh, wait. Huh. No, this is Graveyard, guys. This is Graveyard. This is bad. I need to kill that as soon as possible. I need to make sure that the Ice Golem doesn't cross the river. And if the Ice Golem crosses the river, we're in a world of pain because then he's able to go Graveyard. I'm also going to go drop a Knight just to make sure that we win the battle at the bridge. And he doesn't have Ice Golem Cycle. He doesn't have Mega Minion Cycle, so he's not able to apply any pressure with Graveyard. Like, you're not going to go Graveyard Hunter unless you're crazy. Hunter just doesn't do anything. I could go in for Poison, but I'm just going to go in for a Log to eliminate the Spear Goblins. Even that 1 HP Spear Goblin would have got damage on my tower, so I can't have that happen. And there's the Graveyard. I knew it was a reality as soon as we saw the Dark Prince with the Hunter and the Ice Golem. That's the only thing that really makes sense with the deck. I'm going to go in for Goblin Barrel, and he went in for a Log, but his Log was really delayed. So right now, I have the interesting option of being able to go in for Princess, go in for Ice Spirit, and he's going to go in try to make something happen here. I'm just going to go in for poison, and then he's not going to be back to log because his log was cycled so late in succession that he's going to have to be really creative with his counters. He ended up dropping a hunter and a dark prince, which is something you really don't want to do, right? That's not a great answer to it. I'm going to go in for knight. Unfortunately, I think the hunter might DPS down the princess. I'm not 100% sure on that, but it looks like, yeah, very unfortunate. So another thing, I don't have a great answer to the Mega Minion yet. I need to get down a Goblin Gang as soon as possible. Pronto. He went in for a log. Yo, Dark Prince gets so much utility. Oh, dude, that card, it pisses me off with every fiber of my body. I abhor it. I'm going to go in for a knight. I'm going to go in for another Goblin Barrel. And unfortunately, my knight was drawn back. I was hoping that he would just like walk right into the tower and then just give me... Oh, man. I have to go in for poison. I really have to play this aggressive. If I let up in any situation, then I lose. I need to keep playing it really, really aggressive here. I'm going to go in for knight because obviously poison was the play. If you're going to go and switch towers on me, you're definitely going to poison, expecting a Goblin Gang. I'm going to go in for a barrel, and I think I should have logged. Not 100% sure on that. No, the log was good. Or not logging was a good play. Yep, so he thought princess for sure. That was a smart decision by him. And I'm just going to go in for poison. I need to get tower damage as soon as possible. And I need to go in for a log to eradicate his hunter. If we win the battle at the bridge, right, then I'm in a phenomenal situation. And that's exactly what's up, guys. We're going to go princess right at the river. And he logs this, he loses, but he had to log it because the princess was going to demand a response. So that play just captured the W, guys. He had to log the princess, therefore the Goblin Barrel took the W. Good game. Well played, and good luck. If I did the Goblin Barrel first, that would have been way worse, because then his log would have actually been able to hit all of my units as well. So it would have given him time to have more elixir to also get something on top of the princess, or redirect the princess. So I had to drop the princess first before going in for the barrel. Yeah, dude, if you beat Lava Loon with 2.6, you did conquer life. Really difficult matchup. I'm going to go for Ice Spirit at the river, and he's going to go in for a miner, so I'm going to go in for a knight. Always got to go in for the knight in that spot, because it's very... It's obvious that that's the most frequently visited miner destination, simply because everyone doesn't want to get NATO'd at the very start of the game, since NATO is so prevalent. So Mega Minion, miner, probably going to be Pekka. Yeah, it's definitely going to be Pekka after seeing Royal Ghost. So I'm not going to be able to cycle back to Knight, because it's going to be 3 cards out of rotation. Unfortunately, we will sacrifice the Princess to the greater good. Oh, it feels so bad, man. But sometimes you just can't over-defend princesses. In that situation, I didn't have the card cycle or the ability to actually defend her, so... Feels bad, man. So he's going to have Goblin... Alright. He's having Goblin Hut. I'm just going to have to feel out what he's rocking. I don't want to go in for a Knight just yet because he could easily have Log, right? If he logs this, then awesome. But if he zaps it, even better. So him zapping that just makes me know that I can go in for Knight plus Goblin Barrel. And since he has Zap, he has no way of immediately eradicating the pesky goblins. And because of that, we're going to get a lot of damage on him. It's going to be such a nuisance. So another thing, guys, I'm going to be trying to stack a lot of Zappies, trying to stack princesses. So obviously, I don't want to go same lane with them. I want him to deal with them individually. So he's probably going to drop a unit right on top of the princess, most likely. Yep, okay, so I'm going to try to get away with the knight, try to defend her virginity, and then I'm going to go drop an Ice Spirit. As I said, stack as many princesses as possible. He's going to drop Royal Ghost soon, probably. No, he's going to drop Zappies. Oh, that's so bad for him. That's so bad. Going to log it back just to make sure they don't kill my princess. Princess demands even more of a response, which he didn't want to do. And now we're going to be able to go opposite lane of the minor poison player. When you're running log bait, always go opposite lane. First rule of thumb. And he's going to be zapping that again. So now I'm going to go opposite lane again with Goblin Gang and Knight, and hopefully we can bait out a Pekka. If not, I'm going to get a very glorious poison. So he's not running Graveyard, I can always poison the Goblin Hut and face no ramifications. Especially since we saw Mega Minion and he doesn't even have Flying Machine. Flying Machine can be very detrimental to this deck because you don't have a great air answer. You have Zappies and you have Princess. It's not really that great for range. I'm going to be dropping my Knight, and I'm going to go drop Goblin Gang right on top, force a poison out of him, so then my Zappies get a lot of utility. It was well worth it. We did a 3-for-3 trade, and then he poisons the princess, which he really did not want to do. And now his poison's not in cycle for the Zappies. And now the Zappies just clobber his, really just clobber him here. So I'm going to go in for another princess. I got to get my princess on top of units faster, so that's why I went in the same lane. Even if he poisons, it's going to be fine. I don't really care too much about it. I just got to make sure that the Zappies are alive. The princess can die, even to a minor, and it doesn't matter to me. So now I'm just going to go in for a Goblin Barrel. I'm going to go in for a poison. I think we caught the W. don't know how he's going to be able to adequately defend this every single time. Yep, the goblins are stabbing on the tower, and the dream is no longer a meme, guys. This is going to be our victory. Good game, well played, and good luck, sir. It was a pleasure playing against you. He's going to drop a wow. We're going to go for Goblin Barrel in the spot that he can't tornado, and he's going to just go drop a Dark Prince and a log. So those are the two cards that I didn't want to see right off the bat, and we're cordially greeted by them. We're going to go drop Zappies instead of dropping a Knight or anything, because the Zappies are going to make sure the Dark Prince doesn't do so well. He actually baits out a poison. Okay. He doesn't have log in cycle. He doesn't have poison in cycle. Therefore, we're up elixir 2, and we're going to go in for a Knight plus Goblin Gang push in the opposite lane. See if we can apply some pressure. See if we can get some nice tower damage. Steven the Spear Goblin is on top of the tower, and the insidious damage is piling up. The Knight even got a hit there. So, alright, we're doing well. I like it. We're going to go for Ice Spirit. We're going to go in for Zappies. Okay, so what does this man want to do? What is he up to? So he's going to have minor poison with e-wiz. Huh. Definitely going to be a difficult matchup. We just got to make sure that we outcycle his log or bait out his log. Yeah, e-wiz and Dark Prince, those are two cards that do really well against Goblin Barrel. You can use the e-wiz timing, you can use the Dark Prince timing to mitigate all damage from the Goblin Barrel. So that's something that I have to be cognizant of. He actually almost botched the log. Okay. So I think I have to go for Princess at the River. I need to get chip damage in other less conventional ways. Unfortunately, I think that's what I have to do. Goblin Gang surround the e-wiz, and notice how the Spear Goblins are taking the brunt of the hits. So then my Stab Goblins actually have more HP. They're going to do, they had the ability to do more damage on the tower then. If that retargeted on top of the miner, if he zapped or something, I would have had to drop Zappies. Otherwise, I did not have a plan of doing that. I'm going to go Goblin Barrel in front of the tower in case he thinks it's going to be Juke Barrel or something. Yeah, okay, awesome. You always want to go in front of the tower if they're always going in for logs like that, because sometimes if they're going in the back and they're really vigilant about making sure that you can't drop a Goblin Barrel in the back, they'll just be late and then you get more damage that way. They're not going to miss it, but they could be late and then you could get some hits from the Stab Goblins. Gonna have to go Princess opposite lane because I can't give him that poison value. I'm gonna go Zappies now. So you always want to make sure that your Princess and Zappies are spread apart, so then when they go in for poisons, obviously, like, he went in for a poison there, and it was a stupid poison. Hit the Princess and hit the tower that he didn't care about. I want him to log, but I don't think he's going to. I'm going to go in for poison chip damage, and we're going to go in for a log, just trying to get some chip damage here and there. There's nothing to log in his deck, so it's working pretty well for us. This is a very, very easy matchup for him, and I can't believe we're doing so well right now. I'm going to have to go in for an Ice Spirit. We're going to make sure that the miner is not working so well for him. And then, unfortunately, I got it. Okay, cool. So I was a little bit scared about the Dark Prince at, like, negative HP coming roaring closer to my tower. That Dark Prince was really scary. Can't mess around with that. What was he thinking? Was he thinking that I was going to go for Goblin Gang right there? He went in for a log, so now I'm going to go in for my Goblin Barrel, see if we can spank him around a little bit. That was a bad play. Like, you thought Goblin Gang was coming out? You do have a lot of counters to Goblin Barrel, but when you're down Elixir, it doesn't matter. We're going to go for Zappies yet again. And I think that I'm going to go log back the Dark Prince. No, alright, I guess it doesn't even matter. I'm just going to use Knight and Ice Spirit on the miner because they're really not prone to poison at all. So, not very scary. I'm going to go for Goblin Barrel in the back a little bit and see if we can make something happen with that. Alright, I guess he's not too scared about it. I'm going to go Princess right at the river. I don't know if he's going to predict this in time, and he does end up predicting it. So that was well played, but we're going to get some poison value, and that's always worth. I can actually win at this point if I just make sure that the Zappies kills e-wiz. My Knight got right on top of the miner, so the miner's not going to get any damage. I'm going to go for a log right on top of the Ice Spirit. And now we just need 2 logs. Or 1 log and then a poison. So all we got to do is casually defend the virginity for the last few seconds of the game, guys. We're going to cycle back to our Knight and then just to go drop our log. We do not care about the miner. We just got to make sure that the Knight does not draw back towards the miner, and then the Dark Prince connects to the tower. That was one thing that could lose us the game, but the log rolled in the nick of time and we captured the W. Let's go, guys. It's not really a diet, though. I don't know. Not too hard, yeah. Don't eat too much and exercise, says Lepo. Aw, man, I don't know. I think that you should be able to eat as much as you want as long as it's good quality food. Really disagree with, like, counting your calories and minimizing what you're eating. I think that's just, like, a bad thing to do. I think that you should be eating as much, like, healthy, good food for you as possible. That's something that I personally believe in, simply because I don't know. I feel like for some people, at least, the stress of counting the calories greatly outweighs the benefit. Imagine just being perpetually stressed out. That's just something that I would never want to do, personally. So I'm going to go in for Zappies. I'm going to go in for Ice Spirit. And hopefully we can get the Ice Spirit right on top of the... Yeah, awesome. Ice Spirit got right on top, up close and personal with that Prince. Are we going to see the RPL qualifiers starting in 8 minutes? Dude, no. I'm hanging out with a friend at 4 o'clock, so this is going to be my last game. And, yeah, so this is going to be against Giant Spear Goblin Hut. So this man, he's running, like, the abomination of all decks. The deck that I never want to see. He's going to have double Princess. He's going to have Zappies, and then he's also having Spear Goblin Hut. Every card that I vehemently detest is in this deck. This guy is, like, the epitome of what everyone doesn't want to play against. Like, if I had a son, I would never want him to play this deck, man. It's just, it's disgusting. Really despicable. I'm going to go for a Princess in the back, and then I'm going to be going in for a Knight in the back as well. Actually, no, screw it. I want to go in for Zappies. I want to get back to 2 cycles of Zappies as soon as possible. Alright, so we're just going to let that Mega Minion do its thing. We're going to go in for Goblin Gang, and then he's going to go in for Dark Prince, so we're going to preemptively drop our Knight. I guess he didn't want to drop Dark Prince, but that's fine. Also dropping the Knight there just makes sure that even if he zaps, the Stab Goblins are still going to stay alive, so that's really important as well. I'm going to go in for a Poison, see if we can capture some more damage on the tower, and the Goblin Barrel got a lot of damage. He had to drop and sacrifice bats right into the face of the Ice Spirit, so definitely not something that he wanted to do. I'm going to repeat the same transaction I had earlier. I'm going to drop the Knight right in front, so if he zaps, then the Stab Goblins stay alive, and we get a lot of value that way. And we're going to go in for another Goblin Barrel. I could opt to log that, but I don't really want to. And, yeah, our Goblin Gang just cleans everything up. I'm going to go in for Zappies. He's definitely going to have to poison this. That's a Veracity. He has to poison it. There's no other option in his life. And, yeah, he's just going to try to make another Giant push happen, but it's not going to work. The Prince will get damage on me, but it's pretty insignificant in the grand scheme of things, because I can just go in for Goblin Barrel, log back everything, and then he loses the game for sure. Good game, bro. Poison does 216 damage, and I guess I just sauced out a Chief Pat Poison. I thought I needed a Poison, but guys, I didn't need to. Let's get some hype in the chat. Let's get it, guys. So since he has Zap, we should definitely win this matchup. No problems. No questions asked. We're going to go Goblin Gang right on top. Oh my god, what? Why would she... What? Okay, I'm stupid. The surprise no-scope says so, Rob. I know, dude. The surprise no-scope. That was unreal. The Princess is just like, you know, we're targeting the Knight. Never mind. I'm actually going to have some type of intelligence. I'm going to micro my units, even though this is Clash Royale. And then she goes and snipes my Goblin Gang. Dude, it felt so bad.